Businessman Suleiman Carrim is set to take the Madlanga Commission to court tomorrow in an urgent bid to halt the inquiry subpoena, requiring him to appear before it on Friday. In papers filed before the Gauteng High Court in Johannesburg, Carrim urgently seeks this interdict against the commission pending Part B of his application. Now, Part B seeks to review and set aside the decision of the Commission to deem him a witness on the basis that he is an implicated person until the Commission complies with what he describes as, and I quote, principle of natural justice to protect the right afforded to him. Carrim was implicated in testimony relating to alleged cartel member Vus'Muzi Madlanga, where he was accused of leaking sensitive SABC information to Madlanga. The Commission will oppose this application. For more on this particular story, we speak to legal expert Mpumelelo Zikalala. Very good evening to you, and thank you so much for your time. So, in the papers filed before the Gauteng High Court in Johannesburg, he urgently seeks this interdict against the Commission pending Part B of his application. What are the prospects of success?
Good evening to you and also to your viewers. Maybe they're going to be very slim. Remember, if you go to court on an urgent basis, you're basically saying to the court, drop everything and listen to me. Now, in this case, one of the things which are going to be looked at by the court is when did you know that you are going to be called to the Commission? What did you do from the dates in which you've known up until now? Why did you wait up until this late stage? And they may declare it a self-created agency and not something which can then be remedied by the court. But the second part of which is the merits of the case, to then say, isn't it better for you to go to the Commission and state all your complaints that you are stating in the affidavit in a live manner so that the Commission can then be able to discuss and hear what you have to say? So if you want to circumvent the process and not attend at all, that is something that will not happen, because it undermines the whole process of a commission, which is a process which is allowed by law. And if you are called to come and attend to it, you need to come and attend to it. It's non-negotiable unless you've got plausible reasons to do so. So I don't think they're going to be successful in their bid, and the Commission may come back victorious in this one.
Can he argue that maybe he doesn't feel that the Commission will give him a fair hearing if he were to go and raise his concerns before them?
But the response from the other side and also from the court will be, go to the actual forum in which you do not trust and make sure that you're able to raise and register your complaints there. So it is not a process where you do not want to come to the Commission at all. It's a process where even if you feel that it's going to be unfair, go and register those elements of unfairness within the Commission itself. Remember, you've got 3 commissioners that are there that are going to be impartial, that are going to listen to you, and that will be able to advise if there are any discrepancies that are there. Even better if you're legally represented, because you do have someone who's going to protect your legal interest, but it doesn't work the way in which you are going to go to court and not go to a commission at all. The good procedure, or the best practice which to follow, go to the commission and register your concerns there.
So you do have, of course, this argument that often arises in such instances that should maybe the commission win and then be able to get him to come and appear before it, how easy or difficult will it be to get him to cooperate?
It would be very difficult, but at least as the Commission, you're going to get the information in which you want. Because the last thing in which a person who appears within the Commission wants is to be declared a witness which is hostile, a witness who was not truthful. And so at the end of the day, they're going to want to answer to allegations that have been there. So even though you've been dragged kicking and screaming to the Commission, but at least you're able to assist the Commission in one way or another. We must also remember the use of commissions. They are not as part of investigators. So they're simply there to say, we are going to extract information. After we've received the information, then we send it over to the relevant law enforcement agencies, to the NPA, and they will continue with the process moving on. So not wanting to cooperate with what the Commission wants does not make sense, because at the end of the day, you are going to be prosecuted if you've done something wrong. You are going to be investigated if you've done something wrong. Your non-participation within the Commission only exacerbates the suspicion that you may have done something which is not in line with the law, so an investigation must be done too. So they're going to have an adverse finding against you whether you attend or not.
Let's look at Part B, of his particular application, because he is seeking to review and set aside the decision of the Commission to deem him a witness on the basis that he is an implicated person. He says that this he wants to do until the Commission complies with what he's describing as principle of natural justice to protect the right that is afforded to him. Your take on this very argument?
Unfortunately, what he's asking the commission to do is something which is impossible, because it basically means that he's not going to answer the questions which are going to be asked there, only if they relate to the merits of the matter in which he's been implicated in. The commission cannot control that there are other investigations which may be taking place or that have taken place. The commission is only dealing with the or allegations that have been leveled. Remember, the commission did not raise these allegations itself. As members or witnesses that came there made these allegations in which the commission is saying, before we make a finding against you, in fact, we want to assist you. Come and we want to hear what your response is going to be. And after you've responded, we can then come to a conclusion to say, well, maybe you need to be investigated further, you don't need to be investigated further. But we can't do that without hearing your side of the story. So we're opening up an opportunity for you to come to us so that you can be able to discuss the matter. If you choose not to, and we are left with one version in front of us, unfortunately, we have to go with the version that is there, and part of it is going to be adverse finding against you. So if you rush to court and say you do not want that opportunity to respond to the allegations against you, it does not make rational sense. Either you can come back and say, Commission, continue with what you have, or come and let us hear what your concerns are.
Do you foresee this going all the way to the apex court, or should he lose in the application for urgency tomorrow? Do you think that then he may comply, or do you think there could be legal room here for his lawyers to argue all the way to the apex court?
Well, there is always room to go to argue all the way to the apex court, but it is not going to change anything, especially if the element of agency is not going to be one. Because at the end of the day, they will say, you've lost an agency, come and deal with the matter and let us continue. And the manner in which even our apex court, the SC and the Constitutional Court has dealt with matters where the commission is involved has been a bit quicker, because they know that a commission is only live for a certain period of time. So whatever decisions need to be made must be made at a much more and a quicker pace. But from a cost perspective, from a merits perspective, it wouldn't make any rational sense, because at the end of the day, you are going to be asked to come to a commission whether you like it or not. You are going to be asked to provide information whether you like it or not. In terms of your rights being protected, they are going to be protected within the commission. So there's nothing to complain about, because all the protection in which is there has been catered for. The unfortunate part for you is that you have been implicated and you've been called to answer, and that's exactly what you must do.
Well, interesting. And let's see then what tomorrow holds for him. Thank you so much for speaking to us. That was legal expert Mpumelelo Zikalala.